going on, guys? Just an idea that I'm going to put out there, something that I'm doing to combat this crisis of being unable to get components and ammo, as we're all trying to get through it and still practice and maintain our shooting skills. I've got a movement set, and what I'm using for movement practice, because it's less expensive and I've got some of it, although they're difficult to find, is 22. I'm using a Buckmark. I've got a Tactical Solutions barrel on it, and of course my Romeo Max 3 on it, so that it still simulates the same sight picture that I'm looking at, but it's definitely cheaper. There is no recoil to speak of with a 22, but you still get sight picture and your trigger control as well as your movement practice. So just an idea. You can watch me run a few, and then I'll still simultaneously I'm going to use some 9mm ammo running my GrayGuns P320, just to instill those the basics so that I don't lose them while shooting a different platform. But just an idea, throw it out there. Let me know what you think. As you've already seen, it's a real fast stage. I'm just going to shoot it 10 rounds. That's all I've got. I don't want to do a reload because I don't have the setup for it. I tried it. It's difficult. I ended up having to find it in my belt, just tucking it in. But you can definitely do that just to make it even that much harder. So I set the plates down and back, and so all I'm going to shoot at the end is my 1/4 inch size target down there, just for the difficult shots. If you're wondering what these yellow poles, if you haven't watched my videos, you haven't seen the yellow poles, but these poles I just use to represent walls, barricades, just breaking up my sight picture, line of sight, so I have to go beyond it, like we do in USPSA, or even in real life, you're going to have to maneuver around things, walls and such. Very beneficial, and I use them to designate where I'm going to shoot certain targets from. If you're interested more in those, you're going to have to watch my other videos because I talk about them. I don't remember which video, but don't be lazy. Just check out all the videos. Watch them all just in case. Like and subscribe, all that. Targets USA. Gun is a GrayGuns. It's set for. This is a Browning Mark II with a Target Solutions barrel, and Romeo Max 3 to make sure I have the same consistent sight that I'm looking at on my competition pistols. So check it out. Let's see what I can do. 10 shots. I'm going to do it as fast as I can while maintaining my gun. The goals that I'm looking at is keeping my gun up, good footwork, and making sure, obviously, accuracy it's a always. You never not worry about accuracy, but I'm going to be pushing my footwork and keeping my gun up, going from one target to the next while continuously moving, because there is no recoil with this thing. So it's all about practicing the movement and saving that money on the ammo. Let's see what I can do. That's all it was. So just an idea, it's a 12 round stage that I've got. 12 round stage, so this was one of my better runs, 6.84 clean. And yep, clean. As you see, I've got a quarter-size target down at the end to really make me focus, kind of like it's a headshot. I've got some quarter-inch targets that I use every once in a while, just to make sure that you're taking the appropriate shot. And that's really what this is all about, using less ammo on this practice than I normally would. And just supplementing that with 22 just makes it that much, you get more from your practice. So the worst thing you can do is not practice, and then dry fire is good, but it's always nice to put into practice what you practice in dry fire. And you're able to actually do that somewhat, at least with the movement, with your sight picture and your trigger press, with a 22 at least, conserving some ammo, some of that valuable ammo, so that you can make it to that match, or make your practice go that much further than you normally would. So just an idea. I'm pretty happy with my results. I didn't think, I thought maybe I would lose a little bit of familiarity with my P320 pistol, but it didn't seem to translate. It actually helped me working on my footwork, keeping my gun up. I was able to do that, focus on those things that I normally tend to forget about with my regular pistol, because I just want to get there quick and shoot fast and all that. This, with the 22, it helped me focus on, because I know it's not going to have recoil, so I'm just really focused on a good sight picture, good hits, good trigger pull, keeping my gun up and moving efficiently, having my gun immediately, once I'm done with one target, go into the next target. And I really saw that translate into my regular pistol. So
Thought you were good.
So, last little bit of ammo. I'm just going to spin and shoot the plates. Just something a little different for the wrists above shoulders and turning away or turning to your targets. Just get a little bit of practice in that, because I tend to never practice it. So, good way to finish. So, as you see, I missed on that last run, but this run was a good run. And I'm not going to cut it, so you got to watch all the boring stuff to get to this, just so you know that you try to make everything count. So, try to keep it honest. I didn't do a bunch of runs. That's my first run. 156. It's a 1-2-3 draw. 123 to turn and draw on that first plate. So, this is something that anybody can do if you got plates. Paper, obviously, too. This is a little different. You don't typically turn and draw to a plate and do one shot, but definitely good. The transition was a 33 for a total of 156. I'm going to try it again while you're still watching. Alright. So, no cutting, as you see. I'm just going my last couple rounds. That was a 114 draw, so a little bit faster to that first shot. I pushed it a little bit because I wanted to show improvement, of course, for the camera. That's always nice. A 144 overall time and a 30. So I cut down time everywhere there. The draw was a little bit quicker. I got a little bit lower that time. I used my legs a little bit more. But the key to something like this, if you're trying this, especially for class fires, it's all about getting your head turning first, getting your eyes on that target. The sooner you can get your eyes on that target, the easier everything is. The easier your sight acquisition will be. So the concern shouldn't be got a call in the middle of my video, so I can hear it in this. But anyways, the concern shouldn't be getting your gun out. That's going to be natural, and you're going to have plenty of time to do that. You actually want that to be later so that you don't break the 180. But the concern should be getting your eyes on that target as soon as you can. So you're going to be turning your head, your shoulders will follow, and then your hips after that. So I'm turning my head, and I'm putting my foot basically right behind my right foot behind my left foot so that I can spin on it. So just simple. You can slow it down. You can watch it however you want to watch it, but you can break that down. But it's important that you just start with your head and your eyes, getting your eyes on that target. Everything else, if you turn the head, everything else is going to follow. And then the very last thing is obviously getting planting your left foot. So I'll back up. So I'm going to turn my head. I'm going to face away from you, but I'm going to just let you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my right foot behind my left foot to initiate the spin. Turn my head, right foot, and I'm going to spin on my toe, and on the front of this foot, and this foot is going to be the last thing to plant. I can already have my draw out before this foot plants, and I'm going to try to get my sight acquisition as soon as possible. But this foot will come around to a nice wide stance, a good solid base, so that I can take any array that I'm going to be facing at. So it'll just look like this. So something like that. So I'll do it this way so that you can see it a little bit different angle. And I'll slow it down. One more time. And that's it. You just try to simplify it. Make everything a little bit easier, a little bit more simple. That's what I have to do. Not the smartest guy. So I always try to take all the information that I see people out there do. I watch them. I learn from them. And I think, how can I make that easier for me? So hopefully this helps make it easier for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Like and subscribe. Check me out if you haven't seen my other videos. Watch them, whether you like them or not. I just need the views so I can keep doing this, and I appreciate the support.